Hey everyone, it's Michael and
Ruben
from Bullion Now, bullionnow.com.au, bringing you all the good stuff, especially from Germania.
all the way from Poland.
I love a Germania unboxing.
That's it. They've got these big, mysterious black boxes that they send us, and I quite like them. You know that things are going to hold together in there. They also have these like reinforced corners on their boxes, these little cardboard things here. So you might have to fill in for a while because they can take a while to break into. Actually, I might go super fast mode unless there's anything you wanted to say before we got into it.
Oh, no, I reckon you can go in super fast mode.
All right, let's see you go. Alrighty.
We made it.
We did.
After all that. And this is what we thought it was.
It's always reassuring, isn't it?
I was just going to say the same thing. There's nothing more disconcerting than going, hang on a sec.
Alright, let's get the front look there. Camera will see it first.
Oh, I love this sort of stuff. So for those that don't know, Germania is one of the mints that we rave about because the quality of their product is just second to none. If you want to have a look, I'll get Ruben to link it above my head here, but if you want to have a look or review the interview we did with the CEO and founder of, well, what's he found? His father actually found it, but he kind of took it from that small coin shop through to what it is today. So fascinating interview, fascinating conversation. And if you ever get a chance to sit down with him and have a beer, the conversation gets far more interesting as well off camera. So, but a good one to view. Anyway, that's not why we're here. We're here to review their product. And as per usual, they haven't disappointed. So what's the name of this one, Rubes?
So this is the 2024 Germania. So this is the series that they've kind of been going year by year. And this one, it's talking about her being more comfortable in the lush vegetation. So I think kind of a little bit out of her element and slowly getting used to it. But yeah, beautiful scene depicted there. And a bit of the rune character on one of the stones there looks super cool.
Yeah, even like the detail in the background is amazing. But even down to this, it's got a technical term which I can never remember. I thought you were focusing on that one.
That's all right. You were pointing to this one.
That's right. I was trying to stay out of the way of the camera. But even the pimpling in the background, the way that the swirls that's contained in it, I'd love to see this. Actually, I'm jumping the gun. I think I was going to say I'd love to see this on a 10 ounce.
See, you say that, and we do have the larger sizes coming up, but I think you might be disappointed on that front. Because we have a 10 ounce, but from memory, these ones go long. And they do not expand the planchet at all. So,
yeah, okay.
So we do have a 10 ounce. It's just not going to be, I don't know. We'll wait and see. But
we'll wait and see. On the other side, you've got the 5 mark and Germania written on the back there. So, look, an incredible design. The way they've used the frosting and the mirrored finish, the I don't know what to call it, the ripples in the background, they're different on the obverse side there. You can see this, I don't even know what you call that, shadowing, rippling.
Great levels of detail as always on these coins.
Fantastic coins. So we do have them in the 1 ounce. We don't have gazillions of them, so they will sell fairly quickly, but I'm going to go out on a limb here and say they won't sell out overnight, so don't stress too much. And they will each come with a, if I can open the bag without tearing it too much.
You can probably see from, that's all right.
So they come with a certificate of authenticity. So just statement there, this is obviously meant to fold. Germania's stamp on the back, and then some detail about the actual thing itself on there. So specifications on the other side. So for those of you that like these certificates, which I have to say that's kind of my burn as well, I enjoy a good certificate of authenticity, these will come with those as well.
Very cool. All right, so yeah, that is the 1 ounce. We're going to move over to the larger sizes now, which come with some an additional kind of little box with them, which is always cool to see. And I think I'm going to go fast mode again to
Are you doubting my ability to rip into this thing?
I mean, let's do it anyway.
Here we go.
There we go.
So let's. So they're 10 ounces. They're 10 ounces. They're 2 ounces.
Let's start there.
Which makes me wonder.
Empty filler box.
Empty filler box.
X does not mark the spot.
Yeah. Alrighty. So let's have a look at the 2 ounce one. Now, I love the 2 ounce. I know I'm going to love the 2 ounce because it's that chunkier size.
Yep.
The 10 ounce, I think I shot myself in the foot saying I wanted it on a larger 10 ounce planchet, but we'll get to that in a minute.
It would be cool, but I think they are still very cool. We have had these through previously, the previous years, and yeah, I think I've loved them, and I think I'll continue to like these as well. As always, talking about their packaging being top notch as well as the product itself.
It's just, I mean,
it's
right
an
from the
experience.
start, it is. You've got this beautiful black book sleeve, if you like.
Yeah.
And it's just like it's perfectly designed. There's no overhangs, overruns that you get with cheaper packaging. You've got their stamp of approval on both sides, actually.
I actually quite like it. I mean, I like the text as well, but I actually quite like over the other side with just the logo itself. I think that looks pretty
but even
swish.
Even the texture in it, it's not a printed texture. It's actually a texture in the cardboard. And then you open it up, and I mean, have a look at that. Like just the quality of the production there. It's just beautiful. The runes reproduced on the rocks around her.
And we've got the 2 ravens there that are said to be the eyes and ears of Odin, as they've put it. So very, very cool.
So it's just like the presentation is just beautiful. When you get to the other side there, it's reproduced without her on it, with more runes.
Hang on, Michael. They have gone bigger here for the 2 ounce.
They have.
That may put question on the 10. I'm intrigued now. I'm excited.
So again, larger planchet.
Yeah.
So we bring the 1 ounce in to sit next to it, and Ruben will probably be able to capture better footage on this. But you can see there just the level of detail starts to come out because they've used this larger planchet.
Sorry to interrupt. It's Ruben from the future here. Just wanted to point out a couple of things that we actually missed whilst filming this unboxing originally, and that's that the design is actually different slightly on the 1 ounce versus the 2 and the 10. It's pretty much exactly the same, except the 1 ounce is missing these 2 ravens here that you can see on the later versions of the design. So we missed that one. The other thing is that actually if you look on the sides on the coin of the 2 and the 10 ounce, you'll be able to see a little inscription with the coin's number, the exact number that should match up with the certificate, which is a super cool feature to see, but yeah, sadly not on the 1 ounce. I'll let you get back to it, but yeah, thought it was important to mention.
The pimpling, as I called it before, stands out that little bit more. The ripples in her dress, the scene in the background, the leaves and those sorts of things, and you can start to clearly see some of the runes on there. So you just get that greater detail. But the one downside, and we're going to mention this a couple of times, is because this is a bullion coin and it just comes as a bullion lump. This one is a bullion coin, but because of its packaging, it's going to incur GST in this country.
Yeah.
So just be aware that you're going to pay that extra collector GST on it. But, mate, if that's the only issue with this thing, I think we're doing all right. That's the back of the packaging, and even down the side there. You've got you just can't fold them on it. They are one of the best in the world. And I know I say this about a couple of the mints, but Germania is a private mint. It doesn't have government backing and the government resources and all that sort of stuff. The level of quality that they produce and the detail, the expense and the time they put into getting this detail and getting it right, it just makes it incredible.
I think a lot of people might list that as an advantage to them rather than a disadvantage.
Oh, it absolutely is. It's beautiful. Actually, I won't pack that one up yet. I'll put it neatly to the side.
Yeah, that way we can get a cool side-by-side of all of them. All right, well that brings us to now the question of the 10 ounce. Because that's it, yeah. Previously they've made it the same size planchet, but it's been very, very long, kind of
cylindrical.
back into the package, which were very popular. I think last time they sold out very, very quickly.
I reckon this is a bigger planchet.
That'll be exciting.
I think they've second-guessed my desires. And they've gone with a bigger planchet. So again, same sort of boxing, weighs far more.
This one looks like it's housing a VHS of some description as opposed to a little book or DVD.
Beautiful packaging. It's pretty sad. It shows the coin side of me. Yeah. I'm getting excited.
You're focusing on the packaging. Yeah.
Same design, but they just do it so well. And then obviously the bit we all want to see.
Hey!
Look at that. So certificate again, but the box is very similar. Oh man, what did they super glue this in? The box is very similar to the 2 ounce, obviously. but the design on the coin, you're going to have to do some good B-roll on this, Rubes, because I'm not going to do it justice.
These coins love it, though. That's one of the other things I like personally, as the one holding the camera on these things, is the Germania coins just come up a real treat.
So there's no secret to the fact that the 10-ounce planchet is my favourite. It's big enough. This goes across the board. This is Perth Mints. This is, the Canadian Mint, the whole lot. When they produce them on a 10-ounce, they're big enough to really draw that detail out, but they're small enough that they don't break the bank like a kilo or a 10-kilo coin does. So, just comparing them side to side, you can see the Raven stands out far more on this bigger planchet. The runes stand out far more. The ripples in her dress, the pimpling, all those things that I was raving about on the other ones really pops on these 10-ounce. So they are going to cost you more. They are going to incur GST. But I would argue the level of detail and the quality just outshines it.
They made this one for you pretty much specifically by the looks. Well, not just specifically. It's not just you that's been asking for it. But pleasantly surprised there to find that they haven't continued the trend.
And just to prove a point, on the other side, they still have the same incredible detail.
Yeah.
That same incredible frosting, but obviously 5 marks, 10 marks and 50 marks is what's stamped on the back. So look, just a great coin, great production from an incredible mint. So Germania, if you're watching, and I know they watch occasionally, Germania, if you're watching, you've outdone yourself. It's fantastic. Brilliant job. Just be aware, we do have limited numbers, particularly of the 10-ounce and the 2-ounce. We're very aware of the fact that they do incur GST. So, there's going to be a few people out there that say, look, I don't want to pay the GST. So we recognise that. But if you're in the market for these high-quality coins, we only brought in a limited number. So you're really going to need to grab those fairly quickly. And if they're not listed on the web, the chances are they've already sold out.
I'm going to corner you for an answer to the question before we finish up, because people are going to ask in the comments, are we going to be getting in their runes this year?
The short answer is yes.
Yep.
But it will probably be later on in the year a little bit. So we will get this year's runes in.
Exciting.
So 10-ounce and 2-ounce, grab them while you can. The 1-ounce I don't think is going to sell out instantaneously, but it will sell fairly quickly. We have brought in limited numbers, but obviously far more than the 2s and the 10s. If they're in your budget, my suggestion is grab them early.
Thanks very much, Michael. Great unboxing. We will see you in the next one.
Sounds good. See ya.